Kyle Garvey on the bottom, 46. Dallas Sullivan has the room to push here. 80 car shoving hard. There's the block. There's the block into the outside wall. 746 wrecking now. 80 car maybe having to move. There's the block again.
It's double zero. It's double zero.
Oh.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey street fairs, you can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today.
Kyle Garvey on the bottom, 46. Dallas Sullivan has the room to push here. 80 car shoving hard. There's the block. There's the block into the outside wall. 746 wrecking now. 80 car maybe having to move. There's the block again.
It's double zero. It's
Hit
going
the,
to
oh. BTDY Live Auto Club Speedway, brought to you on Drivers Network America. I'm joined tonight with the one and only Eric Hutton up here in the broadcast booth, and we've got live flag-to-flag coverage of Below the Double Yellow. So the first season that I've been with this league, and they're already shaping up for a great year. Auto Club, very wide racetrack, a lot of cars out here on the speedway. 25 cars took the qualifying effort, and I think we're going to grid even more than that. Eric, a lot of different cars out here, a lot of different driving styles, and we saw some guys do really well at the restrictor plates. Do you think it'll be the same names up there in front tonight?
Well, we see the Pelicans already starting 1-2 after a dominating performance at Daytona, so we got a couple familiar faces up front, but, 65 laps here at a tough racetrack. Got to take care of your stuff. Got a bunch of options for everybody to figure out, how they want to run the race. So we'll have to see who's going to stay up front and who might come from, maybe midfield if they didn't put in the greatest qualifying lap.
Some of the guys that like to sneak around this place, I can tell you that those Vincent brothers like to lurk around the top 10 until the last 15 or 20 laps and they start making moves. Some other familiar names we've got out there on the track: Kyle McGarvey, Dallas Sullivan. Great qualifying runs for them. They're within a tenth of the leader. But Alexander Pelican starting on the pole tonight with a 42.18. That's hauling ass around this track.
Yeah, talking to some of the guys before the race, sounds like the setup's going to swing pretty tight as the run goes on. So this is really going to benefit guys who are easy on their tires. Maybe not show a ton of pace up front, but once we get into 15, 20, 25 lap runs, we'll start to see some guys who save their stuff make their way through the field.
Very wide racetrack, multi-groove. Based off of what you heard in practice, the very tight setup, it should make for some very technical passes. Maybe drag the brake to set the nose, try to keep it under a guy. We might even find somebody hitting turn 4 wall and taking out a few of these cars.
Yeah, it's going to be all about that run off. You can dive down to the corner with a tight setup. You're not going to get the car to turn. The only way you're going to is to jam on the brakes, like you said. And, if somebody takes an easier entry and is able to pick up the throttle earlier without plowing towards the wall, they'll be able to carry that momentum down to these long straights and be able to make the pass.
So, we're sitting here with grid, 2 out of 2 on qualify. Not sure on the time remaining, but as soon as we can get that hauler out there on the pace car out on the pit road, we'll get your grid and we'll go through the field. But based off our front row, Pelican brothers, I tell you what, I've seen Alex Pelican race at Dialed In Racing League and Anthony competing for a championship. These guys are really good at these intermediate ovals, and I'm going to predict that Anthony Pelican will probably be a dominant car here tonight. Another car that I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do on a track like this is Dallas Sullivan, the 46 car. He was great at pushing, and that's going to kind of come into play here on the backstretch. I think that you're safe to do that here. So he'll be on the or the inside line. Maybe we'll get some guys tandem up and start pushing each other.
Yeah, it's definitely a track where draft might play a little bit of a role. Gotta be careful though, pushing down the backstretch. There's some big bumps on to the entry of 3. And if you're on a guy, maybe you're real close on his quarter, trying to get a little side draft, those bumps might upset your car and you could get into them.
Definitely give a cushion, especially how tight this setup is. Based off that description, you're going to want to back off before you go into the entry because you're going to be sending that guy into that turn about 5 miles per hour faster than he went in there last time. So it's like you said, man, it's going to be a really technical drive. These guys are going to have to predict what and when they're going to set up their corner, how they're going to get through it, and save the tires. The tires are going to be so important. So here we are, qualifying, ending right here, and we're going to get on your pole sitter right here on pit road. 31 car, Alex Pelican, as soon as they take the grid here. Simulators Anonymous bringing you BTDY Contender Series live on Drivers Network America. There's the outside row. We can at least get that car out there. So Alex Pelican going to start in first position tonight. Anthony Pelican to his outside. Third position, Dennis Faircloth in that 80 car. Kyle McGarvey to his outside. Fifth spot, Dallas Sullivan. Sixth position, Eric Lambert in the 19 car. Seventh position, Jeremiah Vincent, 9 car. 2 cars starting to the outside of that in 8th. Noah, I'm going to say this right, Michalski. I believe I got that. Try not to butcher these names too bad. Kevin McGarvey is going to start 9th in that 00 machine. Alan Dice rounding out your top 10. Daniel Cunningham in the 11th spot, 54 car. So coming off the track here, 33 car. Mark Beverly, Nick Starling behind him. 33 to the outside. Nick Gardner is going to be in that 14th spot. Zach Smith, Josiah Vincent, 3 car. Justin Carey, I apologize. That 21 machine. He's going to start in the 17th position. 84 car behind him. Jordan Brockle. Dennis Steele. I believe this field's a little bit offset here. As we go back through the cars. 39, Timmy Emanuele. We're trying to get through this field as fast as I possibly could, and I just didn't get in time. Here we are, back up to the front. Getting ready to go green here at Auto Club. BTDY.
Green flag.
65 laps here at Auto Club. Green flag is out, and Alexander Pelican leading them off.
Let's get through the gears, down into turn 1. We're about to watch this wide turn 1 and 2. Watch all the lanes these cars have to choose from.
You see him 3-4 wide almost there, setting off and coming out of 2. Really wide angle into 1 for the 31 car, but he was able to get that run off. And just behind him, Anthony Pelican. Looks like he might have lost a little bit of ground on that exit.
It looks like 42 car, Kyle McGarvey choosing a high line already through there. It's something to pay attention to. I think with a tight setup, you might naturally want to sway towards the high line, but I think that could also hurt your right front even more.
Saving that right front tire is going to be really important. You see 3 wide just behind him there with Kevin McGarvey. Looks like Beverly in the 54 to the inside. They were peaking there out of 2. I thought we were going to take a 3 wide for just a second, but these guys right on top of each other. And there it is, 3 wide into 3. Right in the middle, you're in the hole, 00 Kevin McGarvey holding it down there.
Yeah, it feels pretty okay now, but give it about 15 laps. You're not going to want to be in that spot. You're going to be cranking on that wheel, and it will not be turning. Especially out of 4, it's such an easy place to get tight and up into the wall here. You think you can pick up that throttle real early and get that run, but next thing you know, you'll be in the wall.
Nick Starling, Nick Gardner, Mark Beverly, they're still 3 wide coming off of 2. It's going back and forth, and this is currently for the 12th spot. These guys racing hard to get up there in that top 10. Now Josiah Vincent moving to the inside.
Vincent getting a decent run
Oh,
on a double zero.
three.
Oh, he got loose right there, I think.
Yeah, 3-car Vincent got loose, and then a double zero a little bit loose in front of him. And that's going to make that right front mad. The right side tires are going to burn off, so they're going to have to be careful doing that.
Yeah, I heard guys talking about the car getting tight in the long runs. Might sway that way. You might start off a little bit loose, and then you drive it gets tight. It's interesting to see.
Well, as they progress through the laps, lap 4, your leader right here, Alex Pelican. He's about 0.3 of a second ahead of the 98 of Anthony Pelican. And tell you what, he's showing it strong right here. Second race of the season. B car, his strong suit right now.
Yeah, you can see him driving down to the apron, and every car in line behind him following here. It's going to be snaking around that front stretch. Wherever that first car goes, you'll see the whole field follow him.
Back to third spot, Dennis Faircloth having a great race so far. 80 machine, Geico car. I apologize, some of these overlays aren't working correctly. I had to wipe my hard drive, and I know you guys don't want to go to the details of all the things I had to do, but just know it was for the benefit of the stream, and some of these overlays, we'll get them fixed, but the graphics, that's what I was focused on this week, was getting everything working properly and getting as many frames as possible so we can bring you flag to flag, frame by frame. And it's looking good right now. 6 laps in, nothing's crashed yet, and I think our audio is balanced. Everybody out there, Bovine and Epidemic out there in the chat. Got a Bear Claw there, running third.
Got the number 2 car of Noah running that high line, 1 and 2. I have to see if he does the same 3 and 4. Of course, as we go to his in car, he goes to the bottom, but he was way high at 1 and 2.
He's running a little bit different line, and something can be said about that. If you keep the nose in the air, helps that car turn a little bit better, and it might save that right front. So maybe he's avoiding them, following into 1 and 2 just to keep the downforce there.
Yeah, and this time we see Dennis Faircloth really hold her up there high. Clean air is definitely beneficial, but if you start using that high line, I think it's pretty easy to burn that right front up. But that's just something we'll have to keep watching.
You can see the bumps on that back straightaway that you were talking about earlier, and there's the car I was wondering about this week. Dallas Sullivan running in the 4th spot. Looks like he's going to get a run off of 4 here.
Big run. He's going to take to the bottom, get it past Dennis Faircloth, and looks like he's going to get a little draft help from car in front. Maybe, maybe not, but see if he dives down here low on 1 and 2, if he can clear the 80. Maybe make a run for the 98.
80 car Faircloth holding on the outside. Dallas Sullivan able to clear him out of 2, but not by much.
See Noah once again go to that high line. Almost just 1 lane off the top, really. Out of 4. He's close to that wall and exit. Should help us run down to the front stretch here.
19 car just behind him, Eric Lambert. From the 19 pit, here it is. 19 still turning left and not right. That's good. That's what you want to do here. But I tell you what, that high line seems like it's working in 1 and 2 a little bit better for the run down the backstretch. Some of these guys have taken note of that. Bobbing and weaving down the backstretch.
Really using that high line. Almost no, a couple cars in the back towards up in that high groove. But man, it just worries me to see the 19 gets a run on him there. That just really worries me for his long run pace.
10 laps in, these cars are running 80% fuel, I do believe. And we've got a yellow, big wreck back there. Robert Gilmore, 26 car also involved. Christopher Santoni, the left front, all banged up on that 40 machine. Let's go back and see if we can find what happened. But you can see right here, the 40 car is getting really tight. And he's pulling it off the wall. He clips the 95 car. It hits the 26. And that sends the 40 car up into the outside wall. We get back one more here. Just a little bit.
Looks like he had just so much wheel into it that when he let off the throttle because he's getting tight and just couldn't straighten it up in time. And you know, the 95 is just expecting a little bit more room there, and it ended up making contact.
So the first caution of the night comes on lap 11. And the 40 car, Robert Gilmore, getting the worst of that. 26, also going to be pulling down pit road. He's got some minor right front damage. And the 95, who's back out on the track. I think he got pretty minimal damage here, but he's probably got a left front there. It's rubbing. He's going to have to probably bring it back down pit road. Try to get that worked on. So leading all of them, here come your leaders down pit road. Alex Pelican going to lead them in here. And we're going to watch your race off of pit road.
Looks like everybody's taking tires here. I believe they have 3 extra sets of tires.
So limited tire sets here tonight. I believe I would take all 4. This early in the race, you can't afford to lose spots. You want to stay where you are, and if everyone else is taking 4, you don't want to lose spots to them. So I would stick with 4 tires on this one.
Yeah, only 3 extra sets. I think you're right. You gotta take them, but it's just something to be aware of. With, you know, a little bit over 50 laps to go, and these guys are only gonna have 2 tires. They have to make at least 25 laps worth of these tires on average. So you can't get used to those short runs like that.
19 car able to beat Dennis Faircloth off of pit road. 46 of Sullivan's going to come out 3rd. Anthony Pelican 2nd. Through your top 10, Alex Pelican, Anthony Pelican, Dallas Sullivan, Dennis Faircloth, Timmy Emanuele, Noah Michalski, Eric Lambert, Jeremiah Vincent, Alan Dice, and Nick Gardner. Nick Gardner sneaking up there in the top 10. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break here. I'm going to adjust some of my visual settings because I am getting a little bit of frame drop. Might have turned it up a little too much, but it's on max settings, so we'll adjust that real quick, and we'll be right back after this.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the Nurturing Reader at New Jersey Street Fairs, you can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable, and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition, and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today. All right, we're back. Alex Pelican in the restart line, and here he goes. Green flag is out. He's on the outside because the 39 car, Emanuele, starting it off.
Emanuele all the way to the bottom of the track. Slid up a little bit there into one. He might have stayed out on older tires to get some of these spots. 31 car looks like he's going to clear him here. They do. Anthony and Alex Pelican both clearing him here. Coming out of 2. Big run on the outside. Alex Pelican back to the lead. 3 wide behind him.
Yeah, he's wanting to save the extra set, which I really don't blame him. 23 here, but man, it's just tough when the entire field has new tires and you're the only guy out there. You just got to keep reminding yourself, if you get a caution late in the run, that's when you're going to be these guys getting that big run past you. You just have to deal with it now.
Oh, we got a little contact back behind him there. 9 car looked like he got loose. Now he's 3 wide with the 7 and 3. 4 wide down the backstretch. Oh, there's contact. Oh my goodness, 13 car got into the side of the 9, and now they're scattering down to the bottom, down to the apron. Justin Carey.
Carey in the grass, it looked like. And 13 car just doored the 9, it looks like, down that backstretch, 4 wide there for a while.
Jordan Scheffler got a little contact, and the 9 car back on a vengeance. Vincent trying to settle in here. Lap 16, and they're still 3 wide. Dennis Steele down there at the bottom. A lot of racing going on just outside the top 10 between these guys. See the 28 car looking pretty fast, but he's not able to run his line right now, and that's probably going to burn the right front up if he has to keep getting pinned to the bottom.
Yeah, a lot of these guys racing real hard all throughout the pack. Just need to find your spot, settle in, and try to save those tires. You can see the 39 car already falling back to 13th and going to lose even more spots here in the middle of 3.
That's how important tires can be, and he was the only car electing not to pit here, and he's falling like a rock right now. 39's gonna, oh, we got another car shooting to the bottom. I believe that was the 21 again.
He was expecting 39 to give him that lane, but 39 was clear as he came up. Yeah, I don't hate the strategy. I think saving an extra set could be really beneficial here. With a big track like this, not like you're going to lose a lap or anything. So you might just have to settle back here and wait for the cautions to come.
Ooh, we had a little lift there. One car saw the 39 trying to dip down, didn't realize that there was a car to the inside. And Zach Smith off the throttle. Trying to give room, but I tell you what, you're talking about that extra set of tires, and I agree with you. But at the same time, right now, with the 39 falling back as fast as he is, he's putting himself in a hole where the more cars around you, the more cars trying to pass you, that's a situation where things can go wrong. So you have to be careful, let these guys navigate around you and not get caught up in something early on in this race.
Yeah, it's definitely a hole you don't want to have to crawl out of. And I think maybe knowing the outcome of this, he probably would have came and took 4, but you know, I mean, I can't hate on a guy for trying a new strategy, and with a big wide track like this, if you're on new tires and everyone else is on old, I think you'll easily find your way around.
So back up to the front, Alex Pelican, 0.2 of a second ahead of Anthony Pelican. We've got a guy creeping up there into that top 3, running the outside line. It's Noah Michalski, and he just tagged the wall coming out of 4, just a slight touch there.
Yeah, we've seen him been high almost the entire race so far, and on his way up at 3rd, he's making it work.
Riding on board with Nick Gardner, he's up at the 4th position. Got around Dallas Sullivan. Having a solid day today. 16 machine looking sharp out there. He's to the inside of the 2 now, coming off of turn 2.
Even with the 2 running that high line, 16 was able to hold his own down the backstretch.
2 car might be getting a little bit tight. He might have got a little damage there from tagging the outside of turn 4. And now Nick Gardner up to P3. Great job by Nick to be at the bottom there, and now he's getting a little drafting help.
Yeah, I think the 2 knew he wasn't going to win that challenge. Just gave him a little bump down the front stretch.
Back in the 5th spot, now looking to the inside of the 2 car. That's Dallas Sullivan. And he's got some company behind him. Eric Lambert, Nick Starling working their way up there. I think we're going to have some shuffling around for this top 5 momentarily. Kudos to that 2 car for being able to hold his own up there in that high line. I don't see very many guys running it right now.
Yeah, I bet it feels good now, but like I said earlier, it just worries me when you're in lap 20 doing that, or what the right front's going to be like.
You know the 16 and 2 car are trying to hunt down the 31 and the 98. They've got a lot of ground in front of them, about a second ahead. So the 2 car working the outside, getting right up on the bumper of Nick Gardner.
See that run on the high line, it gives them the extra momentum down the backstretch and is able to get all the way up to the bumper at the 16.
Dennis Faircloth trying to get around the 7 of Nick Starling. This is for the 7th position. Running the bottom right now. Not quite getting that run off of 4 that Starling did. But they're going to be about even as they go into 1. Let's see if Faircloth can hold it down. Might clear him here out of 2. And the 2 car, I think, tagged the wall again. He might have missed it, but he was really close, and I think he had the lift. If nothing else, he lost ground either way.
Yeah, it's him shooting to the bottom now. Maybe
Nick Gardner's starting to pull away a little bit here now.
Yeah, I think he just had enough that high line for now at least. Maybe put the tires down and just settle in. You know, when you're the only guy doing the strategy, you're getting passed by a guy running the bottom like everyone else. Maybe you think, yeah, I might save that for later and just run the bottom for now.
Dynamic camera angles here brought to you by Simulators Anonymous BTDY on Drivers Network America. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat watching Nick Starling right now by the blimp camera, running in the 7th position. And he's still got Faircloth on his bumper. Vincent now peeking to the inside of Faircloth. Three wide coming off of 4. Alan Dice in the middle.
Great racing back here in the back. Flirting with almost 4 wide. 7, Nick Starling on top. Dennis Faircloth getting a big run here on the 7. Is he going to be able to get to his outside? Oh, almost. He should get a good run down here and push a 7 past the 3.
Starling on the outside. Josiah Vincent on the inside. Here they go into turn 3. Still side by side. Alan Dice trying to figure out where he wants to go. And we're looking at 3 wide again coming off of 4.
Dennis Faircloth got that run on the 7 that time. See if we can give him a little 2-for-1 action there. Passing the 3. I think 3 got a good run. Carry that momentum behind the... Was that the 2 car, I believe? On the high line. See a 2 car making it back up there, but 3 car just like Vincent making a good run there on the very bottom. It's going to slot in right behind the 2 in front of the 80.
I believe these guys are going to clear this 2 car. He's looking tight. It's going to be a 3 wide split here before too long. Dennis Faircloth still on that high line. Man, are they getting close to the wall.
Looks like the 2 car's got some right front damage on him. Actually, it's like he might be one of the times I saw him getting the wall, or
yeah, I believe he clipped it coming off of 4 there a few laps ago, and he did get damage from it. Faircloth way up on the outside. He's up in the marbles this time around.
Yeah, he's running really high. I don't think it's going to be the lane you want. He might tag the wall just a little bit there, but he's going to get a run and push the 2, challenge the 3 for 7th position.
Josiah Vincent trying to get around the 2 car of Michalski. I think he's going to clear him off of 4 here. Now Faircloth looking to make it 3 wide.
Oh, 7 got loose right there. Can't tell. I think it was 7. Was it the 5? I think the 7 But man, tight racing right here. This back half of the top 10. And, you know, 6 cars, you just throw a blanket over.
Josiah Vincent now getting challenged by Faircloth. Here's a slide job possibly. Thought it was going to happen, but now there's neck and neck down the backstretch. And I tell you what, these guys are hustling hard. Almost a little contact between the 3 and the 80.
Yeah, the 3 slid up in front of the 2, and the 2 gave him a shot down the backstretch. And it looks like it upset the 3 car just a little bit, but he made it work. Now the 80 get right up on the 3.
Faircloth had to lift a little bit. He was going to slide up into the outside there. Now we're 3 wide again.
3 wide once again. 2's car is going to look on the outside of the 5 here. I love it as they dive into the corner. Everyone's in their own lane, fighting for clean air. Running their own line. See the 3 car kind of enter high and cut down low. The 5 car moves low, slides up a little bit high. 2 cars run high. And there's a spot for everybody.
It's a great place to get racy at. As you see, Mark Beverly starting to pick them off now, taking advantage of all this. And we've got more cars joining the party. Looks like the 9 car that got a little upset there earlier. Oh, we got contact. 7 car. They're trying to save it.
Oh,
7's not going to lock it down.
Guys, let's get the rag.
It's like the 80 and the 7 got together. Man, 80 made a great save and not trying to overcorrect into the front stretch wall.
Go back and look. We just watched these guys go battle for probably a good 10 laps. This battle was going on, and Nick Starling here in the middle. Like he just slid up and touched the 80 car of Faircloth.
Look at this crack. Oh, the 80. Oh, man, the 80 looked like he was going to come back and smack the front stretch, but he had the wheels. He slid to the right. He turned the wheel left and just locked her down and straightened it right up. Great save.
Let's go on board with him here. Watch this wheel work here.
It's tight and has to lift out. Look at that. Oh, man.
Great driving by the 80 of Faircloth.
It's really easy to stay in the throttle right there and say, I'm going to drive it out. But if he would have stayed in the throttle, he'd be in the front stretch wall right now. Yeah, I think just got a little tight off 4 and had to lift, got in the wall, and just came down and hit. Or the 7 had to run on him. Wasn't expecting him to lift. Yeah, that's real tough here. Anytime, no matter what car you're driving at this track, you gotta be paying attention when there's a guy in front of you. You start thinking, man, he might get tight out of 4. You have to adjust your line because that can happen really easily. I don't think 7 is gonna be that damaged though, so it should be okay.
2 cars involved in that. 7 car. Nick Starling, 80 car Faircloth. Second caution of the night coming out on lap 31. And here they come down pit road. Alex Pelican leading them down, and this guy's had a dominant performance tonight. Let's see if he can seal the deal. We're coming up on halfway.
Now this guy's taking tires already. It's going to be their second set, leaving them with only 1 set left to do over half the length of the race. That's something to keep in mind as they go about this next run.
See the right side's going up on Dennis Faircloth's machine. Left sides are up on the Pelican brothers, and they're down and away. Manueli coming out of pit road. There's a guy that had a lot of damage here at the start of this thing. We were only about 19 laps in when we had our first caution. That's Robert Gilmore. He's still pulling this thing down pit road, trying to get it fixed up. Some other guys that we've watched battling a lot. Josiah Vincent sneaking it up there. He's going to be close to the 5th spot after this pit stop. There's a 19 car. Eric Lambert. A lot of shuffling around here.
See a few guys here in this, 5th to 10th spot that probably just are wanting a little bit longer of a run maybe and see what their stuff, see what they got for a long run to try to challenge the Pelican brothers.
Yeah, green flag pit stops here are totally different pit road speed compared to what you're coming out of 4. Some guys are good at it. We're going to see if we see green flag pit stops, we're going to see this top 5 change dramatically.
Yeah, big wide track, you know, the entrance isn't really that difficult, but it's difficult to push it and try to make up as much time, which you want to do on green flag pit stops. But you know, it just depends on how brave you are hitting the brakes, and you don't want to slide too far. You know, if you miss pit road, your race is almost just done.
Yeah, and if you burn that right front off already, it's going to be even harder to get down there and keep it down.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, Alex Pelican going to lead him off here. Second spot, Anthony Pelican, Nick Gardner, Dallas Sullivan, Eric Lambert, Alan Dice, Josiah Vincent, Mark Beverly, Daniel Cunningham, and Kevin McGarvey, your top 10. Getting ready to hit that loud pedal, dialed in. We're going to crank it up this time around and listen to the sounds of these machines as they bring 800 plus horsepower to the pavement.
Green, green, green.
One car gets a pretty good jump here. You know, it's not the type of track where you would really think about restarts too much, but you know, 70-mile-an-hour pace speed and a big long front stretch, momentum really, you know, it can play a role here and help you get into one maybe if you got a teammate behind you or something. Oh, we got a spin in the back. Looks like they're gonna save it. 2 black cars.
And Steele, I believe, was involved there. Maybe don't know what's going on down the backstretch. Looking for a car that was spinning out.
Looks like Jeremy Clappernull. He's got some front end damage. Don't know if that was from that wreck. Looks like you already had that.
Yeah, I've got no car on that one. What number is that?
That's the 95 car.
All right, he's back here. He was involved in a little incident there earlier in this race. He's got some left front damage. See him running behind the 40 car there with also considerable amount.
Yeah, it looks
back
like
up here.
He just got
Sorry.
loose off 2, saved it. No harm, no foul.
We brought you these sounds here. Alex Pelican hitting the loud pedal. He's still out there in the front. Anthony Pelican right behind him, and Nick Gardner running third. Great start to the season. That's last week's winner, able to get it done. Had some bad luck at the Clash race. Ended up hitting the catch fence, but was able to seal the deal when it counted and got those points. And here he is, running third right now. Just behind him, we got the 46 of Dallas Sullivan. He's got his hands full trying to maintain that top 5, and I don't know if I'd want to be on a long run with those guys that were working their way to the front, because they are not messing around back here.
Yeah, that's for sure. See another great run by Dialed In Racing. I think they went 1, 2, 3, 4, if I remember correctly, last week at Daytona. Currently a great run for them so far. It's still got halfway to go, so if we get a green flag run, we can really see these guys long run pace and maybe see some change-ups in the top 5.
29 laps to go with 80% fuel. I do believe they're going to have to stop one time.
We got a car spinning down the backstretch.
And there's the yellow.
Not gonna be good.
What was that? Looks like Dennis Fairclough. Man, he was having a great run.
Let's see if we can figure out what happened to Faircloth here.
Oh man. 7 car gets in a wall, the 2 car tries to avoid it, and just everybody just gets collected there, and Unfortunate for the 80. It's got a little right side damage. Shouldn't affect them that much. Fender looks okay. Just a few scratches down the side. Little left rear damage that was probably from something else.
So, bringing out caution number 3. Dennis Faircloth trying to avoid the 7 in the 2 car. And there it is. Dennis Faircloth able to do a 180. Get it back going the right direction. BTDY Auto Club coming up on 28 laps to go. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back after this.
Sailor Tarot Magic is the spot to get a reading from Sally, an intuitive healer and tarot reader. Known as the nurturing reader at New Jersey street fairs, you can also check out our YouTube channel for lunar and astro readings, as well as our Instagram for live weekly readings. Her rates are affordable and you will leave with a newfound perspective. Sally is now offering an introductory class on tarot cards and intuition and is available for parties. Call or text 732-314-0777 to schedule your reading today. All right, we're back. BTDY at Auto Club. 26 laps to go. Alex Pelican, your leader. Anthony Pelican on the outside. We're going to hit that loud pedal really loud this time and get that cranked up working. Pace car's pulling off. Here we go.
Green flag.
we got a car spinning down on the inside here. 00, Kevin McGarvey. Didn't mean to interrupt the awesome sound effects that we had going on there, but Kevin McGarvey spinning to the inside. Let's see if we can find out what happened to him.
Man, no caution. He's going to be way back in the field. No damage, though.
And then we're coming off of turn 2. It looked like 33 of Beverly got into the wall. Everybody checked up. And 13 car bounced off the wall into the 00.
Looks like 00 just took the worst of that. Not his fault. Someone got into the 3. Is that 33 you're talking about? It's hard to say, but unfortunate for a 00 tonight.
Kevin McGarvey losing a lot of ground. That machine still looks clean, though. He probably can recover from this. If we have another caution, he shouldn't have any problems, but man, we almost had another one with 22 to go. 3 car, 13 car. 3 cars got considerable damage on the back right.
Yeah. 3 cars. Vincent was running well tonight. Damage is going to be pretty significant for him. Oh.
Again, 14 car. Ostrowski coming off of the turn 2. And there was a 2 car of Noah Michalski that was having a great run on the outside earlier in this race. Now he finds himself in the pinball machine.
2 car challenge in the 14 back for this spot. Let's have to see down the straightaway how much that damage is affecting the 3 car, top speed wise. Let's be holding on pretty even, so maybe that damage isn't going to affect him as much as I thought. Right rear though, that's a pretty sensitive part of the car. Maybe mid corner speed will hurt him. But he makes that pass at 14, it's clear up.
Oh, there's contact.
Oh man. 3 car goes spinning the inside wall. Just taps the front end.
3 car Josiah Vincent all the way to the inside down to the bottom apron. He's ripping it in reverse. He's not happy.
I think he was wanting a caution there. I don't know.
Not sure how the race stewards will feel about that, but he was definitely angry about that contact. Let's go back and look what happened here.
I don't think I've seen a car go that fast reverse before on iRacing.
I don't say that I could blame him for that. He was not happy. But here they are side by side. 14 Ostrowski on the outside.
Yeah, battling him pretty hard here, and I think he was clear. Pulls himself out. Just a little tight. Oh, man.
Looks like Ostrowski just misjudged the exit of 2 a little bit, got into his inside. Let's go back one more time.
Yeah,
right on board with the 14.
He wanted to cross him over, I think, and maybe just didn't give him enough room. Oh, man, yeah. It's hard to tell.
Then we can watch this reverse shot here. Listen to the RPMs of this 3 car. In reverse, I'd say he's a little pissed off.
Banging off the tip, 00. I was probably surprised to see that.
All right, caution number 4 here tonight. Man, it's turned into carnage here. A lot of cars still clean here. Minimal damage, but with 19 laps to go, I'd say I'd bring her down pit road. I think I'd bring her down pit road and get that last set.
Yeah, it looks like everybody in the top 15 or so stayed out. And just about everyone top 15 on back took her to the pits, so... You know, it doesn't surprise me with the cautions we've seen. I'd want that track position over tires right now.
These guys up here in the front still have 2 sets, I do believe. Or are they down to their last set? So we had 3, correct? 3 additional?
Yeah, I think they're on 1 now.
They should have 1 set left then. They've pitted twice.
Yeah.
So that might be the deterrent for why this top 15 stayed out with 19 to go. But I think if we have 1 more caution, you might as well bring it down here. get those tires because you never know. Track position will be key. And if you wait too long in pit, some of these guys are going to stay out on that old set, trying to keep it up there for the last few laps.
Yeah, it looks like our leader, Alex Falcon, took tires on lap 32. So he's on about 15 lap old tires or so. 15 laps, that's fairly significant. You have to keep an eye on the guys around 15th or so, the guys that took tires, and see how well they can climb up through the field.
It's a pretty big cushion from this car here. Alex Pelican back to Nick Starling in 15th spot. It's going to be really interesting what fresh tires compared to 15 lap tires will do.
Yeah,
but if I know anything about the iRacing simulation, these tires in this dynamic track that we're racing on now, dynamic tire data track rubbering up, it's not going to be the same track they started on. So guys are going to have to consider that. And these fresh tires, it could be worse. You come in with brand new tires and get really loose trying to navigate somebody that's got older tires.
Yeah, it looks like the first guy on new tires is the 39 car, and he should have an extra set since we saw him save, under that first caution, I believe it was. So we'll keep an eye on him. He is sitting 16th right now.
All right, Alex Pelican getting ready to hit the loud pedal again. Dominant performance here tonight. Led every single lap so far. Pace car's off. And he's at the restart line.
Green flag.
Look at that pack fanning out there, looking really good. 31 car still your leader, and he's got company though.
Yeah, 98. I thought it was going to be a little run on 4, but yeah, 31 keeps it, keeps his lead. His top two just haven't gone anywhere this race. They've 1-2, as well as Nick Gardner in 3rd.
Nick looked like he's starting to challenge for 2nd spot here.
Yeah, he's going to get running here on this outside. 98's going to give him room.
So Anthony Pelican under fire. 16 to Nick Gardner to the outside. Dallas Sullivan starting to make up some ground. These older tires, maybe Nick's figured something out. This long run speed.
Yeah, got a good run off 4 there in that higher lane, about 3rd lane up or so. Takes that 2nd place spot, see if he has anything for a leader, Alex Falcon.
Let's go back here with Emanuele. You can see him ripping through this field all the way up to 11th now.
Gaggle of cars back here around a 12th spot or so. Oh, big wreck. 70 car in a wall.
You need anything to drink or anything like that?
70 car. Lyle Sulfridge. 40 car also involved. He didn't need that.
Oh, man. What was this? This Busch Light car. I think
33?
Yeah. Man, he came piling in there and he's missing a front end now.
Rewind here a little bit.
Oh, man.
Riding with Lyle Sulfridge. Oh man, 68. Wow, 33 car had nowhere to go.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, Lyle was just expecting a little more room there. 68 was fairly close to the wall. Maybe they just came together. It's hard to say. Yeah, from that angle, it looks like 70 kind of just cleared him his way up. And the 33, man. It's plowed in there. And now he's a modified.
Yeah, let's run on board with the 33. He can see it happening in front of him quite considerable, but he just followed the 70 car down there.
Yeah, tried to split him in the middle. It's hard to say, you know, he had a good amount of room, but with, you know, with cars spinning like that, you don't really know where he's going to go, and it's hard to get that right.
All right, so Mark Beverly, now a modified car. Open wheel setup on that machine. Unfortunate for him, he was up towards the front a lot of the day. 70 car on pit road, the dirt machine. Another guy that got involved in that a little bit, Robert Gilmore. And the 68 car, Jameson car. Pretty beat up, missing some paint. And here they are. I told you, that caution come out, I'd come down and definitely get him this time. Because that 39 car of Emanuele was coming. And now he's going to stay out. So this shuffles the field big time. Alan Dice staying out as well.
Yeah, let's see. Looks like the top. Yeah, about the top 10 or so came to pit, excluding the 5. Basically, all those guys that took tires, you know, stay out. They're just going to flip-flop the field. Man, you know, you want to be on new tires, but the way we've seen the race go, with it changing like this, you kind of expect a few more cautions to come out with these guys on the fast guys now have tires. They want to get past all these guys. So
do they have enough time to do it, though? And 13 laps to go. You've got pretty much 11th place up, electing to stay out. Some damaged cars in front of them, the 13, the 3. They're pretty fixed, though. You see Josiah Vincent that had that pretty crushed right rear. They've done a lot of work to that car to get it back to where it was. 13 car as well.
Yeah, see, Alex Pelican sitting in 12th now. How long is it going to take him to make his way back up to the front?
And Alan Dice electing to stay on the outside for this restart. Let's see what the 5 car can do. We're going to take the green with 12 to go. Is it going to be enough time for Anthony and Alex Pelican to get back up here? Or is Alan Dice making some late race strategy? Will it pay off?
Well, you know, I don't want to give these guys any bad mojo, but I think it's pretty safe to say we'll probably see another caution before the end.
Alan Dice, Timmy Emanuele, Daniel Cunningham, Kyle McGarvey, Nathan Ostrowski, Dennis Faircloth, Kevin McGarvey, Jordan Brockle, Jordan Shepler, and Josiah Vincent, your top 10.
Green flag.
Green flag is out, and there goes Alan Dice, wasting no time hitting the pedal. And he's got a good jump here, going into 1.
It's like he was playing some restart games, really stacked them up, and went at the very end of the restart zone. And saw how big of a jump that gave him. Now 3 wide for second. Oh man, a 39 car came up. 42 car was on there tight. They made it work though. 42 cars get to run now in the backstretch. Almost gonna be clear in the 3.
'54, Daniel Cunningham looking to the inside of the 42 right now. It's Kyle McGarvey. Emanuele up to second spot. 3 wide behind him, 13 in the middle.
Big mess we got back here in mid-pack. 3 wide. Everyone fanning out in that front stretch.
You've got new tires versus old tires. Nick Gardner all the way to the bottom trying to chase that 31 car. doesn't want to let him get away, but that 31. Oh, there's the contact. Nick Gardner saw the whole race flash before his eyes. They were 3 wide down the backstretch.
Yeah, 31 car all the way up to the fifth. It's wasting no time getting back up there on those fresh tires.
Look at the old tires versus old. Oh my goodness, 1 car off of 4. Just about had another caution here. Nick Gardner's got a little bit of right front damage. He's trying to clear the 13 right now of Jordan Scheffler. And they're 4 wide off of 2.
Yeah, I see this big mess of cars that's slowing everyone down. And they got, you know, half a second off from the top 5 guys now. Front 5 are in a really tight pack, and everyone else is behind them.
Look at the new tires working for Alex Pelican. Able to clear Alan Dice. Kyle McGarvey, now he's up to 3rd spot. There goes Alex Pelican to 3rd. 8 laps to go. Taking the outside on the 54.
They try to split them 3 wide here, it looks like. Oh, they're 3 wide for the lead. 54 car is going to lose out here. It looks like 31 should be clear load down into 3. He's going to take it.
So Alex Pelican back to P1. Raced up there in 3 laps.
Oh, someone spinning a 9 car. Oh, a 2 car. Hard hit into the wall. Car, Jeremiah Vincent.
Let's go back and figure out what happened here. Looks like we had maybe an incident just ahead of the 2. Okay. So 9 car first in the accident. 2 car just got caught up in it. Let's rewind again.
Yeah, it looks like the 16 and the 5. Oh man, it's tough for Jeremiah Vincent. 16 maybe gave to 5, just a little bump, sent him just ever so slightly up the track, and that sent him into the 9. He killed the 9's race.
Let's look on board here. We'll see how much wheel Alan Dice had to put into this machine. He got a little love tap here with his 16 car going into 3.
Yeah, it's hard to say when that contact was, but you saw that big correction. I think that was after he got into the 9. I think that bump just sent him just a bit tight. You saw him cranking left on that wheel, not much movement. Tells me he's pretty tight. Just unfortunate. Got together with the 9.
Well, 6 laps to go. We were having some really clean racing there at the start of this thing, but they've started breeding cautions, and I don't think we're done seeing them. We might have a green-white checkered on our hands. BTDY, Simulators Anonymous, presenting what is sure to be a great season contender series. And they've already been discussing it in drivers' meetings. I believe they're going to be bumping up the amount of laps per race. So that might help kind of change their mentality and get some of these guys on a longer run. It almost feels like a dash at times. Especially when we get towards the latter half here. If we have cautions late, all these different strategies, different tires coming into effect.
Yeah, 31 car has just been so fast. Now he's on the freshest tires. You know, I think if we go on the green white checkered with the lead control, it's gonna be hard for anybody to pass him, I think.
Second closest car on tires is the 16 of Nick Gardner, but he's got right front damage from that contact. It's going to be interesting to see as they double up what the 16 can do. Can he make quick work of the 54 in front of him? And is this going to hinder him enough to where the 98 and the 46 can get back to his bumper? I know I've said this before, but Alex Pelican getting ready to lead him off. We're under 5 laps to go this time. Doesn't have it sealed up quite yet. He's still got a lot of hungry cars behind him, but if he can get out there in that clean air, 54 and 42 might buy him enough time to get a huge lead. You could see Alex Pelican in victory lane momentarily.
Yeah, I think that the restart control is going to give them a big advantage here.
Pace car's off. 31,
Green
Alex
flag.
Pelican leading him off with 4 laps to go across the line here.
Got a big jump, easily going to clear the 54 car. Take the 90 once. It's single file. It's like 42. I thought 42 was just going to get there. If these guys in second start
We'll
racing,
have a
then
caution.
And
All
we've
right,
got
caution.
caution.
Guys, let's get the rag.
Green, white,
Between the
checkered,
fence
it's
up
looking
here.
like.
Coming into the box is the part that I'm mainly concerned about.
All right, let's see if we can find out where that happened. Lyle Salford's coming off of turn 2. Manueli got a little loose coming off of 2 and checked up. 71 had nowhere to go. Ostrowski got a piece of that. Oh, the 26 just barely missed. Let's go back here and look at the 14 car. Nowhere to go.
seeing those corner exits really been troublesome for these guys. Oh man, it was really close for 26.
26 had just gotten into 4th gear before he had to back it back down.
The problem with the big wide corners, everybody can find their lane through the corner, but everyone has to come back together on a straightaway, and a lot of times you won't really know exactly where that guy's going to be. So you might just clear yourself, or maybe someone clears themselves on you and it can make contact and ruin the guy's race.
Well, we've all but cycled out these older tires. We've got 2 guys that are still holding on to it. Daniel Cunningham and Kyle McGarvey. We're setting up for a green-white checkered here. I want to say that if we do make it to the white flag, the 54 car and the 42 car better hold on to it. I mean, it's just these old tires, the runs that these guys are going to get. You've got 3 teammates up here. They're going to have a heck of a time. And with this staggered offset, 54 car is going to be on the outside, 42 on the inside. It does help a little bit. But if they get broke apart, 98, Anthony Pelican, 16, Nick Gardner. They're going to be looking for a hole, and if they're going to find a wound, they're going to press on it.
Yeah, you made the strategy work. Now it's time to do anything you can to try to get that win. one lap to go, or we might checkered here. In my opinion, you got the strategy right. You might as well just use that bumper a little bit, maybe upset the 31.
That's if they can get to him. Alex Pelican been dominant all race long.
Yeah, for sure. With the restart advantage he's going to get in the fresh tires, it's going to be really tough for any of those guys to get close to him.
So our third official broadcast of BTDY here on Drivers Network America. Everybody out there in the chat right now, appreciate you guys coming in to watch this. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video, this live stream, so it really helps the channel, gets our name out there, and justifies what we do here at Drivers Network America. And that can help improve the stream, get us some more notoriety, and bring you some more quality as the season progresses. Speaking of quality, 31 car. Great setup tonight, great driving. Getting ready to lead them off. Lights are out on the pace car, down the back straightaway. This guy has all but wrapped it up at Auto Club. Led over 40 laps tonight.
Yeah, great performance. Coming off a great performance at Daytona. Just carrying that momentum in here. As well as driving fast. Keeping it up front, making his way through the field on new tires. Great run for him.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Here we go. 3 laps to go on Auto Club. 2 to go now. There's the green. Next time by, if they make it around, white flag will be out. And whatever happens, field will keep on going back around the track. 3 wide back here. Looking just inside the top 10. Jordan Scheffler to the outside. 1 car spinning down to the inside.
Oh, man.
Down on the apron. Still got cars wrecking.
Oh, huge wreck down the backstretch.
Caution.
It's gonna bring
Yellow's out.
Hard hit in 3. What was that?
Multiple cars involved in this. 84, 28, 13. 7 car involved. Big crash this time.
It's like 13 and the 1 get together to cause that initial wreck. And then 13. Does he get a bump?
I believe the 13 got a little help by the 21. That just sent cars all over the place.
It was a Daytona wreck right there. 80 is a tough night for him. He had a great run to start with. Just couldn't. Back half the race really didn't go well for him. 7 car involved in another.
Dennis Steele getting a really bad end of that right there. Heading up against the wall. Dennis Faircloth involved in it. Let's rewind one more time. We had the on board with the 21 car here for a second. And the 13 just nowhere to go there for the 21. And he got hit again later on. Thought he was clear of it. And he got tagged one more time by the 80 of Faircloth. So caution number 8 tonight, and I'm surprised we had that many here. Wow, that It's a Moose just got clipped. Barely.
Yeah, that just sucks when you think you're that far through the wreck and only get hit at the very end.
So our second attempt here to green-white checker, and these guys might start considering the guys that pitted earlier, how much fuel they got in the tank. Are they going to make it?
I wasn't thinking they have issues on fuel, but especially for all these caution laps. Man, it's frustrating to be at this far into the race, especially if you're a guy like Alex Balkin. Heard him upset driver's radio a few times about these cautions, but it's so frustrating being the leader and you guys, 15 place on back start wrecking like that. You just want to get the race over with and get the win.
What happened quickly there in less than a turn, Nick Gardner able to clear the 42 and the 54 before that yellow came out. Now they've got two teammates up here in the front.
Yeah, I think if there's a guy that's going to challenge him for the lead, it's going to be Nick Gardner, but they are teammates, so we shouldn't see any, shouldn't see too much aggression towards each other.
31 electing to start on the outside this time by. Not sure on how many green-white checkered attempts they have. This is the second one. I believe this will seal the deal. If it ends under yellow, so be it. But can they make it back around to the white flag? Says, come on, guys, just let me win already. Alex Pelican, he's got to be feeling that way with his dominant race. But it's not over yet. He's got a lot of cars behind him that want that spot. And he's got the 16 of Nick Gardner. It's going to be in that TeamSpeak channel or that Discord channel for this countdown. He's going to know. Anthony Pelican back there as well. You still got two guys on older tires. Let's see if they can hold on to it or maybe challenge for the lead. Kyle McGarvey, Daniel Cunningham, old tires. Alex Pelican, Nick Gardner in the front row. Pace cars getting ready to pull off, and look how tight this top five is.
To the reset zone, everybody's real tight on each other. Big jump by the 31 once again, though. I mean, massive jump that time, though.
Massive jump for the 31. Here they go side by side. 16, 30, 42, 54. Nick Gardner probably going to clear the 42 off of 2 here. Not quite. Coming around to turn 3. Nick Gardner might lose this spot. Challenge for second. 42. McGarvey, a little contact. I think so. I think they did. Now Anthony Pelican trying to find a spot. White flag is out. Here they go. Dallas Sullivan now to the inside. Nick Gardner just trying to play defense here. Use these two cars to his advantage and stay in that second position. Dallas Sullivan looking to make it 3 wide, possibly off of 4. Alex Pelican done a great job all race long. He's holding the top spot. Nobody challenging. We still got a challenge, though, for 3rd. Who's it going to be off of turn 4? 54 car scooting up just a little bit. Down to the bottom is the 46 of Sullivan. 19 car making a move. 19 door slap on the 98. Here they come to the line. Another door slap, and there's the 19 car able to pull it off and get the 5th spot. Actually, 6th position for him. But a door touch on Pelican to earn that position. And your winner crossing the line, Alex Pelican. Dominating performance. Was looking for that white flag. Even went into overtime. They delayed it. They didn't want to give it to him yet. And here he is, front straightaway. Gonna enjoy some victory lane celebration here.
Yeah, fast qualifying lap. Great effort all night. The only time he wasn't in the front was on pit strategy, and he just made his way right back up in minimal time. As well as his teammate Nick Gardner finishing 2nd. It was another dominating performance by Dowden Racing tonight.
All right, we're going to catch up in victory lane with their race winner, Alex Pelican. Your second place finisher, Nick Gardner. And third place, Daniel Cunningham. Great job by him holding on with those old tires. Great job to the 42 Akama Garvey. Take a quick hiatus button here, and we'll be back right after this. Kyle Garvey on the bottom, 46. Dallas Sullivan has the room to push here. 80 car shoving hard. Ups, there's the block. There's the block into the outside wall. 746 wrecking now. 80 car maybe having to move. There's the block again. Oh. We're down here in BTDY Auto Club Victory Lane. 31 car, Alexander Pelican, dominating performance all race long. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Just an incredible drive from the start of it, and we saw a lot of late cautions there, and you pitted with about 14 to go. You made quick work of them and got back up there to the front before that next caution, and then it was just a matter of when you were getting the white flag.
Yeah, I was worried there for a little bit that cautions were just going to keep coming out, and I wasn't going to have enough time to get back through the field. Yeah.
Well, it was a dominating performance. You led over 40 laps in this race, and we watched those dialed-in cars all running in the top 5. Do you think anybody had a challenge for you, or did you just put it up front in that clean air and it just stuck to it?
I definitely think that there was, Anthony. Anthony definitely, I think, could have driven around me there at any point in time. Nick would have been tough too. I think if you get out front, you pretty much can control the race, really.
Yeah, that clean air was such an advantage, and you did a great job keeping it green and clean. It was kind of tough back here in that top 15 cars, some guys racing 3-4 wide. Do you think that if the cautions kept coming out, the result would have been the same?
It definitely would have been a lot tougher. It was kind of tough as it was. I did get a little bit of a reminder though to just take my time and figure out a way through them without, wrecking myself or anybody else. So that helped a little bit.
Well, Alex, you did a great job, man. Congratulations on that win. And hey, great start to the season. You put dialed in up there 1, 2, 3, 4, and almost did it again tonight. Do you have anybody you'd like to thank for this awesome performance?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank my dialed in teammates, Anthony, Nick, Nate, um, Dennis, Brett, um, Michael, who couldn't be here tonight, but um, yeah, you guys for putting on the broadcast, all the guys that come race week in, week out, and everybody with BTDY that puts this thing on.
Well, 10-4, man. We appreciate your time and congratulations. Go celebrate with your teammates, man.
Thank you.
Race winner tonight, Alex Pelican. Great drive by him. We're going to catch up down here on pit road. Nick Gardner down here. Eric Hutton's caught up with him. Second place finisher tonight.
Yeah, Nick, great run you got here tonight, along with your teammate Alex. Talks through tonight. Looks like you guys had a pretty dominant performance. The only time you really went back was with that tire strategy. Maybe talk about coming up through the field on new tires and what that felt like.
Yeah, man. We almost didn't. We almost didn't pit right there, and I was a little nervous because I knew if the field had, I knew the field was probably frustrated seeing the dialed in boys up front. So they were like, "Well, if we're gonna take a chance, we might as well all stay out." So I'm guessing they were gonna do the opposite that we did. So Alex said, "Let's do it." So me, Anthony, we just committed. Came out. And we're like, man, lost a lot of track position, but man, we were coming to the front. Like it was a fun drive. I think I just got into Alan Dice a little bit, which I do apologize to him. It was this track is so fast, and we were really tight into turn three. So I felt bad once I went back and looked at the replay that I got him, but yeah, we, those cautions kind of sucked at the end, because I really like to race things out, see what old tires versus new looks like, so it makes for a really, really fun race. But overall, man, I'll take it. I mean, another good night.
Yeah, we agree with you. We're looking forward to a green flag run there just to see kind of strategy and entire fall off. And I was talking to a few guys before the race, so the setup really swung tight, but we saw a few guys get loose on the beginning of the run. So did it start off loose and maybe get a little tight as the run went on?
I actually, the setup was perfect to me. I love it. It's my kind of setup. It started off really loose the first like 3 or 4 laps, but 1 and 2, depending on the line you ran, 1 and 2 was loose if you ran the bottom, even on the longer run. But 3 and 4 was awesome. It was perfect. I was really good, and I feel like that was my strongest key on the long runs. That's why I was really excited because I screwed up in qualifying, and I ran a I I finally got to run a long run, and I got all the way up to like third, and I'm like, man, it's gonna work out perfect. Like, cause I could tell my teammates were getting a little tight, but man, I was killing 3 and 4. Like, it was awesome. And unfortunately, we never got a long run. But either way, I mean, it always makes me happy to see dialed in car in victory lane. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you guys dominated last week and came in tonight, had a great run. We head off to Pocono next week. Some similarities in the track with the long straightaways, but obviously very different corners. How do you feel about that?
Uh, Pocono's very tricky. They don't call it the tricky triangle for nothing. I feel like it's all about the drive off the corner. You know, if you could get the drive off the corner, you're gonna have a heck of a run on the straightaways, and I think that's where you just get all your speed. So, it's definitely gonna be interesting. I hope to see long runs there again because I feel like tire wear will eventually come into play, especially with how deep you drive it into the corner. So, I'm looking forward to that one. It's been Pocono's been up and down for me, so I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody want to give a thanks or shout out to?
Yeah, man. Just thank the old dialed in teammates once again. Just we all work together really good. Anthony, Alex, Nate, Dennis, Mark. We all just click really good. So it's good to have them boys here. Of course, my wife let me get on here and race. you guys for putting on the broadcast, and Nick Starling for doing everything he does to get this league going again. It's fun to be a part of, and I'm glad he. I must be doing something right because he invites me back every season, so it's cool to be a part of.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. Great run tonight for you and your team. We'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right. I'm catching up down here on pit road trying to find Daniel Cunningham. I'm down here on his pit stall, and Daniel, dude, great job holding on with those older tires. I don't know if I would have been able to do that.
Yeah, it was definitely a challenge. I kind of knew I had to do something a little bit different than what the leaders were doing. So I got that caution with about 18 or so to go. I decided to go ahead and throw the last set on it and hope for the best. Probably would have worked out a little better if we would have went green to the end, but I think all the cautions and everything at the end kind of helped out a little bit, keep the tires cool, put a couple heat cycles on them. So uh, definitely wasn't easy, especially with a lot of the fast guys in the league, but had a lot of fun running up there at the end.
Well, we saw getting rowdy on the inside. You had the 42 to the outside of Kyle McGarvey, and you guys were kind of that buffer between the top five getting around and then, contesting the leaders. Do you think if it would have went green, that cushion was big enough that you could have ended up winning this race?
It would have been if we would have went green from when we had the caution where I threw the last tires on. I think me and Timmy probably had the right strategy as the tires fell off to work our way back up through the field. Luckily, the next caution that came out, we only had I think 3 or 4 green flag laps on our tires, so that definitely helped. It wasn't like we had a whole lot of green flag laps on them, but it would have been tough either way. It was definitely a lot of fun racing with the 42 though, especially those last couple laps on the green white checker. We were definitely giving it all we had, and it was clean, but it was hard racing, a lot of fun.
Well, it was looking good, and you had a great finish. Third place is nothing to hang your hat or hang your head down about. So I'm looking forward to what you got this season, and we're going to Pocono next week. What's your plan for there?
I think my plan for Pocono is probably say a few prayers before we go. It's definitely not one of my stronger racetracks or better tracks, so definitely need to put some work in, try to get some practice in this week. It's almost like road courses for me, just not my forte. So hopefully we can come out with a solid finish, and hopefully we don't have any issues with some extra tape underneath of the vinyl for the car next week at Pocono either.
Yeah, I heard about that. A couple guys getting inspected. So unfortunate, but Elliott won. So whatever it takes, right?
Yeah, and hopefully, hopefully they don't hold the rowdy against me on the hood for when we go through tech or anything like that. Don't want to go through and end up with the last place finish instead.
Right. Well, I appreciate your time, Daniel. And you have anybody you'd like to thank for third place tonight?
Yeah, definitely appreciate you guys putting on the broadcast. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Do a good job with it. Appreciate all the admins putting the work in to keep everything running. Thanks to Rowdy Energy for keeping me going all night. And definitely cool to get my first podium in this league. And hopefully I'll be talking to you guys again soon.
10-4. All right. Thank you for your time, Daniel. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
54 car Daniel Cunningham, third place finisher tonight. Let's take you through your standings real quick here. Because we had a lot of different cars up there in that top 10, and I'm interested to see how it all cycled out. So there it is. Alex Pelican, your winner tonight. Nick Gardner, second place. Third spot, hanging on with those old tires in that Toyota, Daniel Cunningham. Kyle McGarvey able to hang on to it as well in fourth spot. Dallas Sullivan, fifth. Eric Lambert, sixth position. That 19 car was hot, chat. We saw him coming, side by side. Seventh position, a little bit surprising. He ran second all night long. That's Anthony Pelican. Unfortunate, I think the tires just cycled out and all those different cars pitting in front. Staying out. Shuffled this 98 car back to seventh. Josiah Vincent, eighth. Great recovery for him. He had a bunch of different instances where he got caught up in an accident. He was able to make a top 10. Kevin McGarvey in 9th. 10th spot, Alan Dice, rounding out your top 10. Dice had an up and down night. Kyle Payne, didn't talk about him much tonight, but he's going to finish 11th. Nathan Ostrowski, 12th spot. Timmy Emanuele, 13th with those different tire strategies. Almost worked in his favor. Jeremy Clapper Newell, 14th spot. Jeremiah Vincent, 15th. Tough break for him tonight. A lot of damage. 26th car, Christopher Santoni, 16th. 17th spot, Nick Starling. Tough break for him. He had a bad race tonight. A lot of damage. Lane Sulfridge is also one of those cars. Lyle Sulfridge. Both those cars had damage. Justin Carey, Mark Beverly, Dennis Faircloth, Noah Mastowski, Jordan Brockle, Dennis Steele, Jordan Shepler, Zach Smith, and Robert Gilmore run out your field. And Eric Hutton, I don't know if you know you're muted or not, but it was a hell of a race tonight. There he is.
Good catch. Yeah, no, it was a fun race. We didn't get to see the green flag run that we wanted to, but some good tire strategy mixed in and a whole lot of action.
I tell you what, we're going to see some more action next week. BTDY is going to go to the Tricky Triangle Pocono Motor Speedway. I hope you guys are excited. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Be a part of every race and never miss it when we go live. For everyone, myself, Eric Hutton, we thank you for being part of this broadcast. We'll see you next week at Pocono here on Drivers Network America. Till next time, take care, stay safe. Kyle McGarvey on the bottom, 46. Dallas Sullivan has the room to push here. 80 car shoving hard. Up there's the block. There's the block into the outside wall. 746 wrecking now. 80 car maybe having to move. There's the block again.
Double zeros,
Oh,